So in the beginning of the film, we are shown a girl named Aris. She was very sad. Just a few days ago, her son had died, due to which she started feeling that her life had stopped. Strange thoughts started coming into her mind. One dark night when everyone was sleeping, she put a small knife in her pocket and left the house in a car. In the morning, she came near some mountains where her son was buried. She said some emotional things to her son, that she was no longer happy with her life. She walked to the edge of the mountain and was about to jump from there when a man came there. He understood that Aris wanted to end her life. He tried to save her and change her mind and started talking to her. He told her that his name was Richard. He said to her, "I will not stop you, I just want to talk to you about a few things before you die." He told her the story of a boy who was very lively. He was interested in cars and everything that is not a part of the life of any young boy. He could have brought excitement, but then one day when he was going with his friend, his car met with an accident. He survived, but his friend was killed, and this trauma kept him depressed for many months. But when he came back from it, he realized that his family loved him very much and was waiting for his return. Then he realized how wrong he was by wanting to end his life. He told Aris that the purpose of this story was to say that no one wants to die, just some weak moments bring us to this point. Now, if you want, you can die. I am leaving. After saying this, he left, but his words had an impact on Aris. She also gave up the intention of dying and turned back towards her car. There, she saw that Richard had parked his car right next to hers, due to which she could not even open her car door. Now Richard came to her, taking an umbrella from his car. He told her, "I will help you open the door." Here, Aris found one thing strange. Why did he bring an umbrella even in such hot sun? He attacked Aris with this umbrella, and it was revealed that it was an electric umbrella, which shocked Aris badly, and she fainted right there. With the little consciousness she had, she could only feel that Richard was tying her hands and legs, after which he picked her up and threw her into his car. When Aris regained consciousness, she did not talk to Richard but tried to call her husband from her smartwatch, showing intelligence. Richard came to know about this and told her, "No matter how much you try, there is no signal here. You will not be able to call anyone for help." Now this idea did not work for her. Then another idea came to her mind. She had also kept a knife in her pocket at night. She secretly took it out and tried to cut the tie on her hands with it. During this time, there could have been a sound, so she continued talking to Richard. As soon as she freed her hands, she attacked Richard without wasting any time. Richard's car lost balance due to her attack. Car also got damaged and they hit a tree, meeting with an accident. Both of them got injured in this accident. She wanted to save herself from Richard here as well. She immediately tried to strangle Richard with the help of the seatbelt, but Richard saved himself. Aris attacked him for the third time, due to which both of them got out of the car in a jolt. Aris now had a knife drawn on Richard. Then Richard said, "Do you think I am a fool that I am standing in front of you so comfortably? Actually, I have given you an injection due to which your whole body will become paralyzed within 20 minutes. Not only will you not be able to walk or run, but you will not even be able to speak. And in this time, you can do whatever you want to do." Richard's words had now really scared her a lot. She ran as fast as she could towards the forest, but while running, she really started feeling that her feet had stopped working. Slowly, her legs also stopped working and she started crawling instead of walking. Richard, too, had come close to her, searching for her. To escape from him, she hid under the bark of a tree, from where his heels started crawling on her, and she screamed out of fear. This is how Richard came to know about her. To save herself from Richard, she somehow dragged herself into a river and got carried away. Richard called out from a distance, "You are doing wrong. You will not be able to swim. You will drown and die." But Aris didn't listen to him. She ignored his words. She was not able to swim in reality, but with the flow of water, she reached the other side of the waterfall. From here, the shore was near. She saw that she had only 1 minute. Using all her strength, she reached the shore before her whole body became paralyzed. She saw a farmhouse in front of her. She tried her best to reach that farmhouse, but before that, she fell down. Now she was not able to walk, move, or speak. What was in her control was just moving her eyes. After lying here for a long time, an old man who was working in this farmhouse noticed her. He asked her, "What happened to you?" But Aris was not able to give him any answer. Now the old man asked her small questions like, "Are you able to hear me? Are you in trouble? Do you need help?" Aris used her eyes to answer these questions. She blinked once to say yes and twice to say no. Understanding her words in this way, the old man agreed to help her and took her to his house while laying her in a grass trolley. They had just come home when suddenly the doorbell of his house rang. Aris understood that it must be Richard outside. She tried to tell the old man by sticking her eyes repeatedly that she was in danger from that man. Luckily, the old man also understood her words and hid her behind the sofa. When the door opened, it was seen that Richard had really come. As soon as he came, he started doing a new drama. He started crying in front of this old man and told him, "My son has died, due to which my wife has gone into shock. Her body has become paralyzed. I am not able to find her. Where has she gone?" First, the old man did not believe him and told him to call his wife. Richard lied. "My phone has fallen somewhere on the way." Seeing his fake tears, the old man was also going to believe him, but then his phone fell from his pocket. The old man caught his lie. Now Richard also showed his real face to the old man. He told the old man, "Okay, if you call me, then what? If you have recognized me, then tell me the truth. Have you seen Aris or not?" The old man threatened to call the police to make him run away, but Richard attacked him. However, he did not know that this old man was much stronger than him. The old man fought him well and beat him so much that Richard's strength was reduced to half. He was about to call the police while knocking Richard down, but then Richard got a knife in his hand, which he stabbed into the old man's leg. As soon as the old man fell down, Richard took out the same knife from his leg and stabbed it badly into his stomach, making the old man die on the spot. Aris kept watching all this with her eyes from behind the sofa. What had happened was very bad. This old man was killed because of her. Now because Richard was trapped, he had committed a murder. To hide all these things, he poured kerosene oil all over the house and set it on fire before running away from here. Aris was alive. She did not want to burn alive, so with great difficulty she moved her finger and put it in the window grill, starting to open and close it. Richard noticed all this from outside. He saw that someone was alive inside. Whoever was there could be a danger for him. He went and saw that it was Aris. Richard picked her up and put her in a truck. This truck belonged to that old man. They had left their cars far away, so they were using the truck to go from here. Aris was silent and could not speak, but she could hear. Richard got a call from his daughter. She told him, "Dad, I am missing you a lot. That is why Mom and I are going to come to you." Richard told her, "No, my work is not over yet. You people cannot come to me right now." But now his daughter was insisting a lot. She did not listen to him and told him, "We are going to come home." Richard got very tense due to this. Because of this tension, he almost got into an accident. And the worst thing that happened to him was that the fuel in his car ran out. While filling fuel, he made Aris wear a cap so that everyone could not see her expressions. Here, Aris put all her strength to open the seatbelt, but due to the paralysis of her body, even the little movement that her hands were able to make was a big deal. Here, she saw a boy who was almost of the same age as her son. Seeing this, she became even more emotional. The child also recognized that maybe she was in some trouble. Before he could ask anything to Aris, the child's mother came and took him from there. The woman recognized that something was wrong with Aris, so she called the police from behind and also told them the number of the car. Richard now drove the car to the same place where he had parked his car. He wanted to take the car back to his house, but before he could do so, a police officer came and stopped his car and told him that a complaint had come about his car. Richard told him with great confidence, "No, you have some misunderstanding. Everything is normal here. I have just come on a trip with my wife." The officer said, "Okay, can I talk to your wife?" Seeing Iris's face, the child could also say that there was something wrong with her. As a result, Richard told the officer, "She is just stressed. That's why she is doing such things." During their conversation, somehow Aris also managed to roll down the window. Seeing this, the officer went to her and she put all the force of her body to say in a low voice, "Help me!" And here the whole story changed. Police officer also found the injection on the truck with which Richard was paralyzing Aris, and in this way, he understood that Richard had kidnapped Aris. Before he could rescue her, Richard also understood that the whole game was about to change. So to keep himself safe, he thought it better to kill this policeman like the old man and hit him on the head with a big iron object. Just one blow finished off this officer and he died. After which, he picked up the officer and put him in his car, burnt the car and destroyed all the evidence like before. Now Aris had become completely helpless. She had given up all hopes of help. Whatever had to be done, now she had to do it herself. The effect of paralysis was also reducing from her body. She also had the strength to speak. That's why she started talking to Richard. She was deliberately trying to make him emotional because she had come to know that Richard also had a daughter. But how can a person who can kill someone and kidnap someone be emotional? When Richard did not listen to her emotional talks, Aris picked up the injection. She tried to inject Richard's leg to save herself, but she could not inject it into his leg. The medicine did not go inside Richard, and Richard started laughing and said to Aris, "You are so weak, you cannot do anything to me." "Well, I have changed the plan. Earlier, I was going to take you to my house and kill you, but my family is coming there. Now I have thought that I will take you to the river and kill you." He told her, "Earlier, I wanted to torture you a lot. I would have enjoyed doing this to you, but now my family has spoiled my whole plan." He took her to the riverbank and dragged her into a boat. Aris was sitting there with the strength of half her body. She was trying to save herself. She was also thinking about something when she saw a knife in Richard's bag, and a new idea came to her mind. She pretended to cry in front of Richard and told him, "There is a photo of my son in my pen pocket. I want to see him for the last time. Before I die, will you take out that picture from my pocket?" Richard laughed, but he agreed to her and came close to her. As soon as he bent down, Aris, without wasting any time, took out a knife from behind him and stabbed him in the mouth from below his neck. He started going crazy with pain. He took out his gun to kill Aris, but Aris snatched his gun and shot him, because of which he fell inside the water. Aris was happy. She had killed her enemy. She had killed a killer. Her life was saved now, but perhaps the trouble was not over yet because she saw that the boat in which she was at that time had a hole in it due to the bullet, and water was filling inside the boat fast, due to which Aris also started drowning inside it. She could not move or do anything because half of her body was still paralyzed, but the good thing was that due to the paralysis of her body, she floated up like a dead body. And in some time, as soon as her body became normal, she swam to the shore. She started laughing. She could not believe that she had saved herself from a psychopath killer. She was about to leave from here when she saw that Richard had also escaped from the other side. She went to see him. He was still alive but was injured and was taking his last breaths. Aris could have called the police if she wanted, but she had to take her revenge. She left him there, dying in pain, and went away from here. And the movie ends.